Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3, where the race is well and truly on here. We have our third soul, but unfortunately, the Gold Tooth have pulled their fourth, and we're gonna have to do something about it real quick. So I was looking around, trying to figure out the distance to these portals down here, see how quickly, reasonably we could get down here, and I realized something. Portals, a portal opened up right next to our capital in a position where we had definitely closed the portal before. My guess is this happens when somebody collects the fourth soul and you get that quickly go beat them up message, because otherwise you could put yourself in a position where you didn't really have the ability to do that. So it looks like we're not going to be able to reach it this turn even at full march, so I am going to take one turn to sit in the Doom Keep. First of all, a little bit of extra replenishment. Secondly, this gives me an opportunity to pull in a unit here. And also, thirdly, it gives us the chance, maybe, to shake off one of these negative effects. I really don't want to sit here for 2 turns, so I think we're just gonna grab another unit of spears. We're replacing a lost soul grind, or a lost keeper of secrets, but we can't really do that with anything that fits the same role. I could get a chariot. We could pull in Hellstriders. It's interesting that the Hellstriders are listed. They have anti-infantry listed here, but they don't actually have anti-infantry on their weapon strength, so I guess it's just referring to their mass? I don't know. That doesn't seem all that meaningful. But I think I might do that, because we probably have enough raw melee, but one of our cavalry units is still going to be damaged after this, so having a couple extra fast bodies might be exactly the thing. Falco was headed down toward Lebia, but then, or Leblia. Then Leblia got defended. And I was going to see if I could do the thing here. I mean, I might just try to go take the port. Port's got a good garrison. Maybe that won't work. Yeah, trying to damage units that are sitting inside of a settlement feels like a sort of an exercise in futility. They're just going to heal it all off, right? Alright, we're going to keep crossing the hostile motherland here. And I think I want you to stay in the path. If Spartak Zamvin comes this way, we got to be ready to hit him. You probably don't want you to go too far either. We can just try to kill some of these units.
Snuff them out.
Okay, you know, close. Yeah, definitely 5% more chance on that. And alas, has respawned properly. I think I'm just going to go close this real quick. This thing is going to cause us nothing but heartache at this point.
There is hostile influence here.
All right, and we're building. So, fingers crossed on shaking at least one of those taint traits.
You fight on the side of true power.
No, I do not have time to help you with ogres, and I certainly don't want to declare war on somebody for 300 favor. Give me a settlement, and we'll talk. You know, I'd take Krakodrak. I might do it for Krakodrak. Alright, something's going on up there. We know Inkari went into the portal after the message about Goldtooth having the fourth spirit went out, so it's possible that Inkari's army is up there helping. Actually at the Forge of Souls doing something, but it looked like they won a battle. but it was a battle that didn't do a lot of damage to them. It's hard to imagine that being the gold tooth thing. Okay, yeah, go ahead and steal technology from the crappy little town I took from you. Okay, if they want to run over and reclaim the fort that we stole, I think that's a great way for them to use their time. Great for me, to be clear. And we still have the option of jamming Falco through the portal if we're allowed to do that. I don't exactly know how this is even going to work, though. The box said use a portal to go to the Forge of Souls, which is not, I think, an option that we have had in the past. So maybe there'll just be a new thing in the box in a second here. This does have me a little bit concerned because it is probably going to be the case that there's going to be a real scramble during the next roar period. I really wish that these, I like the idea of the portals to the Demon Prince realms, like, just pouring forth hostile demons. Right? That's cool, and it's in flavor, and it gives you something to have to, like, have a mobile defense force against. Okay, cool. We did clear one of them. But I really wish it was not, like, a lot of agents. Just, like, a really annoying thing to have to deal with.
Stragglers will be slain.
It would feel better if it was mostly armies, I think. Okay, yes, there is a button for traverse toward the Forge of Souls. That doesn't seem to have happened, though. Well, let me make sure. Okay, yes. Enter Rift. It's not happening? We're not going. I think it should probably happen. Well, this is bad. Now, you know what? She needs to get over here because she's going to have to close the door behind us. Maybe you can't go through in March mode? Guess we'll try again next turn. Okay, so this army's pretty small and weak at this point. We could maybe hit them. I don't necessarily think this castle is going to be very valuable, but breaking up their stuff. Oh, that's right. The castle is the major settlement, so we could, at least in theory, could we hold it? We could put up something here that would actually matter. Yeah, all right.
Do you see?
So if I half move twice, I'm not quite going to be able to get over there. I think my plan here is to do one more big move to the castle, and then we'll see. Maybe I do a replenishment move after that, but then I'm going to take it. Or maybe Melchior is going to take it. Honestly, that would be fine with me.
Destroyer all.
What does it cost to take control of this army?
I must.
Do I have to do it from here? Yeah, I do it from here.
An irresistible sensation.
90, which we have. And then I could guarantee that they don't get it. We're not doing anything else with our allegiance to them, right? Like, sure. Does it have movement right now?
The Herald of Slanesh.
It has a little bit, whatever was left over from its turn. That makes sense. Well, I'm gonna have them
Behold.
march hard over to me. Do I have any movement left?
Movements.
Okay, I think we might be in reinforcement range of each other. It's something. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to try to go through again next turn. It's definitely frustrating that we couldn't, but you know, hopefully it will just work next turn. We haven't gotten a message that Goldtooth was repelled, which makes me think that they probably weren't, right? Whatever Nkari's doing, it wasn't defeating the Goldtooth army. So I guess we got to spend one extra turn in allied territory, and as such, our unit of Heartseekers will be at basically full health now, which is cool. But I don't know that we have a lot of time to screw around here. Tsarina Katerin came back from the portal. That's interesting. All of a sudden, there's a lot of troops over here. We might have to do something real aggressive there.
Keep paying your respects to me.
With the borrowed army, we can probably just break those two forces. Because, like, there's a lot of units between them, but they don't have a ton of combined health at this point. What a force. And they're like, you know what we need in here? We got to really get, like, a melee core in this army so that we can hold enemies in place. I know what will do the trick. 2 units of Norskin Marauders. Nobody has ever managed to push through Norskin Marauders. Poor Greylings. I feel like they've had no chance to do anything fun for a really long time. Hell, they can't even win the game, you know? Just running around looking sad, being very, very glad that I made friends with them instead of consuming them entirely. Okay, the Ice Court has claimed a soul. That does not matter to us at all. That's why she came back.
Hellish power.
But they're behind us now, so who gives a cat? Who gives a...
Challenge.
You guys said who gives a cat? Listen, there were a lot of words that were trying to come out of my mouth at the same time there. Enter Rift.
So much power.
Enter Rift. Nope, this rift is just broken. Well... the rifts are about to disappear on us, so I guess there's nothing we can do. Yeah, it feels like we just don't get to participate in this because I trusted that the rift would work the way it looks like it should work. That's fun. Okay, well then I guess I will get out of here.
Taste thy pleasure.
Then close it before an army comes through at the last moment.
Greetings.
Yeah, do we want to run over here? Because, like, these forces are not in great health. They have a lot of units combined. I'm not in great health either, necessarily.
Blood with the tear flesh. Glory.
Can I reach them? No, not in normal march mode. Or not in normal mode. We have very little movement.
Divine immortality.
Yeah, she can't reach them either. I think they probably, you know, figured that out. They probably planned on that being the case. Well... apparently we're not going to get any replenishment out of entering replenishment mode here.
Atrocity.
You will, though. Huh. Why don't I?
Salted.
Okay, well, we can maybe take advantage of this, though.
The herald of Slaanesh.
So I'm going to have her stand next to this forest
Sensation lures me.
with enough health to go into replenishment mode. Looks like we're going to heal up. And then I'm going to have the bird step into this. There's a small space here. There we go. Small space where the ambush chance is high. We're going to do this, and hopefully they'll rush her, and we'll get to do the ambush thing. The obvious ambush thing. Yes, you are a foe seeker. You do nothing but seek foes. It's like your whole thing. So I guess at this point, our lord is just marching south to do stuff, and we gotta hope that the other players solve the problem. It really sucks that that portal is just bugged. Maybe it wasn't supposed to have reappeared. I assumed that we had a portal reappear because the game was trying to give us an easy way to access the Forge of Souls. Clearly that is... But, like, we had closed that portal. So I wonder if the problem is that the portal that spawned there was not fully functional because it's not supposed to have happened, or... I don't know. I have to imagine under the hood, a game like this is so unbelievably complex that, like, how would you even know? Have they seen through? It looks like they... Yeah, it looks like the 85% ambush broke. And now they're going to go play defense. Well, we have a lot of ogre pressure on them here, at least. That's something. I don't necessarily think I trust these ogres to make any headway into their territory on account of they like to take a 20-unit army and siege an 8-unit garrison with no walls around it for 10 turns. But they could certainly fight an army, right? It is unfortunate that the timing on our building upgrades has lined up the way it has, because we're going to have a second here where it kind of makes sense for this army to, like, chill in place. Well, you know what? It would be a global recruitment move to pull the new units from the Doomkeep anyway. So I guess we can walk south a turn or two until the buildings finish. Yep, the rifts have gone, the things are happening. Boy, I sure hope we don't lose the game. Yeah, I guess I'm going to run down to the tower and do my recruitment down there. Or does it make more sense to try to go for... No, I don't want to go to the Citadel, even though the Citadel would give us a chance to shake off this, this taint. I mean, it's only affecting the size of our leadership aura. It doesn't really matter that much. Yeah, and by the time I get down there, we'll be able to do the recruitment. I should have known it was not going to let me have the... it was not going to let me have the replenishment.
Hunger to slay.
Oh, that's a bummer. You can't even get close enough to... Well, do we want to attack? The garrison's pretty large. We have a lot of units, obviously, and more to the point, we have several units that we do not actually care about. Like, all of these can die and it's fine. So maybe it's okay to just press the city. I wonder... I'm going to try to get rid of you.
Let's go through.
But I wonder if we use the borrowed army to take the city, we are the ones who get it, right? Not the force that actually owns the army. I guess they're marching under our flag right now, so probably.
Oh, yes.
Ah, yeah. See, the actual Slaanesh force has the ability to boost their seduce budget.
Barbaric.
Because of course they do. They would have to. In a circle.
Sweet, sweet suffering.
Let's get Falco down here in the reinforcement zone. Okay. Really, close defeat. That's what you reckon? Okay, so with the 3,400 gold seduce budget, we could take a real unit. Ooh, they have flame cannons. We could even take a couple of these light cavalries. I might just grab one of their higher value melee units though, just to get it off the table. More to get it off the table than to even use it ourselves. Just make the siege a little bit more unfair. I think we should be able to get this. We are absolutely going to try our best to take all of the damage on Melchior's army. I assume, you know, they must expect this to be the thing that you're going to do. So they're going to have all of their units actually inside the settlement, right? It's two armies, one of them being presented as though it is reinforcements, but it's already inside the settlement. So I have to assume they're going to start on the table. It looks to me like we are going to be able to start far enough away from the thing. There's enough outside room that we probably could just stay back outside of all of their tower ranges for the first 2 minutes. Just let the reinforcements approach. It might be worth doing it that way. And then if we actually manage to take this, we want to park Falco inside of it. Oh, we won't be able to. It'll have to be Melchior who goes inside of it because Melchior's army led. So yeah, I probably should have launched the attack with Falco, but it's fine. So we can't actually see the indications of the tower positions, like the symbols, but we can kind of tell where they are just by looking at the way things are shaped. Hard to know what the right move is going to be here. I think what I probably want to do is split the army up into two major assault groups on the east and west side, so that none of the defenders play south, so that when our reinforcements come in, they'll be largely unchallenged. And then I guess we'll put the same number of demonettes on each side, just because, like, I don't really know what I want to do with them. There are... we could have them come in from the edges of the south entrance, but I really, really, really don't want to compel the enemy to put anything there.
The Purple Herald!
Spellcaster on each side. Y'all get the Hellstriders. Soul Grinder can go over here with the other caster.
I am
Okay.
ready.
So how have they set up? Cav and ranged units up front for some reason. Yeah, pretty much no defense on the south side, as we expected. So that barricade is... I mean, I guess it makes us have to walk around while they shoot at us from behind it. That's not so bad. It's interesting that they started building a barricade immediately after the battle began. So, like, do we want to push or do we want to wait? think I want to push. I think I want to get aggressive here. They have definitely stood up a real force on this side. They have a lot of stuff kind of spread through the backfield of the city. But like, if we can claim that, it is going to make our lives a lot easier. Ahead of the arrival of our reinforcements. So, yeah, let's just march the melee up. Maybe don't send you in front. We're going to eat a cavalry charge, but a lot of us have spears. Or no, sorry, these are the normal marauders. The spear ones have the other profile picture. Well, I mean, let's see how they respond. I'm just going to try to go for it, and we'll let them come in and then try to pounce on the side of their formation if we can. So what do you have? You have the Tormentor Sword, which is cool, and very basic spells. But Acquiescence and Lash are both good. Stay close. And then on this side, if we wanted to move around, okay, we have to go all the way out to the south entrance if we want to hit this from the other side. So that barricade is likely to do some work for them. That said, I don't think that it looks like it's going to stop me here. And the force that they have on this side seems relatively thin. In particular, I'm kind of thinking like we can press these archers from the side here. We may as well fire this right away. It's just gonna add more magic to the pool. And you have some cool stuff. Okay.
Moving.
There's gonna be a lot of bloodshed over this fort.
Onward then.
It's a cool battle map, though. The sea and that skybox, and they've done a lot of good work. So leadership and armor down. Let me see something here. Can I... Okay, you do know the overcast version of it. I'm actually just really curious how much damage this will do if I send it through a unit of cavalry. Okay, they're gonna have at our Soul Grinder right away. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and press them with the Demonettes. I'm gonna move the Soul Grinder out a little bit. Okay, the answer is a lot. The answer is it does a lot of damage when you do that.
Exalted demonettes of Slanesh.
Yes, go and be exalted over there.
Deliver unto Slanesh.
Okay, so they just recalled that whole unit. They're like, yeah, this was a mistake. I goofed and I'm sorry. Do we want to try to drop... These are Ice Guard. Yeah, it feels like it's not valuable to drop a unit of Chaos Furies on top of Ice Guard. They just get completely wrecked. And they're keeping like some Cav stuff up here. We could try to mess with the little Grom, but they've kept a Patriarch right here. I mean, I guess the Patriarch's not so scary. I do appreciate the way they've sort of staged their defenses here. A couple of you intentionally stop here and fight. And then let's spend a little bit of time on this side of the battle. So they're letting us approach. They're not really doing anything to prevent this with the side push here, which I thought they might. So I'm going to send units in specifically for the purpose of targeting their cavalry. And they have way less built up ranged over here. So the war sleds and a couple units of normal arrows, so We should be able to push through some of this. But yeah, if all they have is the war sleds to hold the actual square, I think that's going to go badly for them. Which is why I assume they're going to bring stuff around. Oh, interesting move. Just abandoning the ranged entirely.
We must
Kill! Kill!
I don't know if this makes any goddamn sense. This seems like a terrible play. Huh. Do I actually want to bail on this plan now? They have brought forward these units. I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to move the Chaos Furies over to here. I got them to turn Lilgrom around, so they've lost some firing time. And I think I'm just gonna, I'm gonna get aggressive on the sides. We probably don't need both of the Demonette units to do this, but I do want one of them to stay on, because otherwise the archers are just gonna turn around. Let's pull the Exalted Demonettes back toward the group. And you should definitely approach. Are you much of a... Yeah, you're not a terrible fighter. 50 attack, 57 defense. Like, only 15 armor and actually pretty squishy. So we have to be careful not to let her get picked on too much. But she's a good attacking unit. And she has devastating flanker. But maybe what I want to do with her instead is just, like, drop the thing through here. That's going to make our lives a lot easier. Jesus. Oh, sweet Warhammer Jesus.
I can't stop. Yes.
We're breaking this side for sure.
Exalted Demonettes of Slanesh. Beautiful pain.
Keep putting it down the side.
Demonette of Slanesh!
Bend to our will.
There we go. Now get him. Okay, and the reinforcements are arriving. So, lots of stuff going well here so far. We are losing some units. It's to be expected. Okay, they're doing the thing. Yeah, I mean, we knew there was going to be bloodshed. That's why we had these units doing this. See if you can get up on those horses like that. There is a barricade over here. So they're going to try to use this against us. Gun and great axe infantry. And the thing is, they've taken good advantage of, like, the tiers of their city, because it's going to be really easy for these archers to fire down into us. So what I might actually want to do is have the cav come down, like, over here, maybe. See if we can push to this side. Just squeeze past all of the enemies and then hit them in the back.
driven by pain. To the next victory. On the hunt. We must.
Okay. So, the reinforcement army is present. Nope, sorry. The reinforcement army is present. The whole lot of you. Just... I don't know. Let's start by getting over here. Interesting that their unit of flame cannons is all the way up front like that. We might be able to take advantage of that. Alright, hit them fast. And yeah, this side is looking pretty good for us. So let's make sure that we are getting in on the new units as they bring them in. A lot of my units, unfortunately, have gotten pretty hung up on their cavalry. cavalry managed to pause like a pretty large part of our overall mass, which is a real bummer. Let's see if we can't get around them. And yeah, I mean, once we break this stuff, we get control of that. We get to prevent the tower build that's going on. Yeah, that'll make things easier. Okay, so I probably need to... there's a micro that needs to go on both sides. Let's hold on. Let's do this first. Okay, excellent grinding.
Demonettes! Marauders of Slaanesh!
Trying to make sure that these units actually get around the cav.
Exalted demonettes of Slaanesh!
Alright, go get them. So they do have some units with real weapons coming up here, and I don't want the demonettes to be living underneath that if we don't have to have them living underneath that. What I really want to do is make sure that these dwarf warriors get engaged, and then we're going to demonette them in the back. Because dwarf warriors will survive forever in normal combat. You gotta take this pretty seriously. There's a lot of stuff happening on this front. Turn around and hit the horses in the back, I guess. And I think I'm honestly just gonna save wins for the moment. Yeah, okay. Falco's on the way. We're gonna do it. And they're not responding to the approach of my reinforcements at all, it looks like, which is good. We don't have great spells over here. You do have the overcastable version of Lash, at least. Right, so y'all get in on the Streltsy. We're trading a unit of normal Marauders for a unit of cavalry, it looks like, which is probably fine. It's probably a fine trade. Let's get the Hellstriders back that way as well if we can. We're going to have a hell of a time killing their lord, but one problem at a time. Probably want to make sure you get around to the side as well.
Of course! A journey to pleasure!
There you go, anti-infantry.
The herald goes! A tempting destination! Lacerate them!
Yeah, get in there and lacerate them a little bit. You know how that goes.
Seekers! There!
Trying to get the Seekers to disengage here.
For Slaanesh!
Okay, hold on. Falco's now fully inside the walls, so we do have to pay attention to this, because I do need to not lose Falco. We do have a tower here. Okay, we're starting to cap this. I might actually, yeah, let's have the cav not go hunting. Okay, I don't know why it's not letting me draw a position in here. Yeah, I want to make sure they actually stay within the box. So Falco's taking damage from this tower, but it's not even getting through the shield right away. I'm going to kill their movement now that we're close enough. Okay, you stay on that. Dwarves are trying to run backwards so as not to get flanked. And we're cleaning up a little bit here. But like these cavalry are taking a minute to die, and it is a shame. I'm too used to our killing speed under the assumption that we have a lot of spears. Having few spears makes this much more difficult.
Retreating!
I think we're gonna fully lose this front. That's what it looks like to me.
Joyous degradation!
Marauders of Slaanesh! Hell Scourge!
We go! There we flit! A dance of pain, surging on, flow like wine. Make them scream!
Damn cavalry! Don't notice me. Just let me run through.
Avatar of torment! Purest sand!
nuke the melee attack of all of their stuff in the area. Okay. And congratulations, you're about to get reinforced. I don't think the other front needs us, so let's just go ahead and push them from here. So the demonettes can run up and hit the Sarguard in the back. Actually, sorry, they should do this. Actually, the demonettes should do that. The faster moving units should get the further targets. That one's fine. The Soul Grinder is still chasing. Falco's on it. I'm gonna have the Soul Grinder push this way. We're gonna take this position here. They can't afford to defend it, so yeah, we'll get their hussars here out of the way, and then we really had just like a lot of pushing to do, a lot of running forward. These units have been stationary for a very long time. The Soul Grinder is actually dying, which I am very surprised by. Here, see if you can disengage, maybe? I don't think we're going to do the Narcissism. I think we're going to wait until Falco builds us up something a little bit better.
The pangs of suffering!
They're trying to build towers on us, but I think we're going to be able to interrupt that.
Play their souls.
Whips! Guided by hunger.
Guided by hunger!
Okay, there we go. We're just going to be guided by hunger a little bit. That's all. Okay, this is totally under control. What do we pull? Fascination. I mean, it's not terrible. Could be a lot worse. I should probably pull a relatively healthy unit of melee to block off this approach. And you're just not gonna get anything else done, I think. Okay, there's a unit of Sarguard in here, but we can handle that. So what I might do is just rampage some minor ranged unit here.
Seekers of Slaughter!
They're not really reacting to the rampage the way I thought they would by, like, you know, running toward us, but whatever, that works.
Demonettes!
Endless craving! Attack! We hunt!
Okay,
More sensation!
that should cover that. And that's this victory point we just grabbed. Okay, cool. We have, the fighting has spilled outside of the box here a little bit. That's fine. Do I want to use, I probably don't need to use Furies on this side. We can throw some Furies down over here, I suppose. You know what, actually, Furies on this side may still be, we might need a little bit more push on this side. These units are all running away because they're cowards. These two units are doing an okay job just like holding their lord down and wearing him down. And he's been in combat for 100% of that time. Why are you just not... You were not on the map when I gave orders, I guess. Yeah. Over here. I really do hate the staggered way that your units come in from the reinforcement area. There's no reason for it to work like that. back of those guys. Falco's slowly breaking down the guns. This might be a good time for you to just, like, fly out of there, bro.
To safety!
I think all the actual cannons are broken. Is this one still... No, that one is still functional. But I am flying out of the, out of archer range. Falco can probably go and provide a little bit of a push on this. Alright, y'all can't really fight anymore, but what you can probably do is just stand on points. And I think like a flanking maneuver might be exactly what is called for here. Okay. So this intercept totally worked. And they met in such a way that their flank is available. So let's go take care of that. God, I still have so many units who are just being held in place by tiny garbage enemies. Yeah, let's see if we can maneuver her through.
Faster, quicker.
Point is mine, which is excellent news.
Endless craving.
See that huge morale drop there. Wow, yeah, basically to nothing, huh? It's a scary thing. So, on this side... Yeah, their lord's dead pretty soon. We definitely need to have our units turn around a little bit. You lot, murder. Although I think we're about to win the battle. I think that is what is happening here. Okay, you're breaking them. Because it sure does look like everything on the enemy field is wavering at the same time. So I think we're about to just win. Okay, you lot can, I don't know, target that one. Actually, here's your plan. Get to there. Do that in whatever way makes sense to you.
For honor!
The maiden of ecstasy. Their flesh.
Don't stop and
is my
fight.
canvas.
I get your instinct there, but okay. There we go. So I think our real force took basically no damage. We paid 90% of a resource that we had literally no use for and that we were getting no value out of to borrow an army to trade it for a settlement. And because Falco's still in good shape, if that other Ice Court army that's just south of the settlement wants to turn around and come fight us, I am very confident we will win that. I really do appreciate the Slaanesh forces at least getting their armies to the right place. They can't always apply them properly, but with the new way that the alliance system works, you can at least apply them properly, which is really, really useful. God, there are so many... Alliances used to be basically like a sort of a softish promise of not being attacked, not being backstabbed, and then some kind of annoying mechanics sort of taped onto that, where it's just like they're going to ask you for help every 3 turns. They're never going to do anything you want them to do. But this system has been made so much more robust now. Yeah, I do legitimately want to occupy this. I think we want to do it this way.
We return!
Okay. Did I not give you the chain? I was supposed to give you the chainsword. Here, have this. Have this for a minute. Alright, so, renowned and feared. Excellent news. And then, Do we want to? I'm going to finish grabbing lightning strike. I think proper lightning striking is still high enough value to be worth the trouble. And you can get your rot fly, which is very good. Very good and cool. Are you slower than you used? Okay. And I might actually, I'm going to take the missile resistance. It can be a little dangerous to be a single large flying body unit, because you can get jumped by enemies. We're still not allowed to heal, even though this is now friendly territory. Not quite sure what's up with that.
The Herald of Slanesh.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so I don't get to spend their skill points. I mean, that makes sense. And yeah, this force is tiny. Katarine could turn around, but she'll have to spend some time approaching. And honestly, I think we just kill her.
Divine immortality.
I'm going to build a growth building. We're going to try to actually hold this. Am I willing to spend? I don't think so. I think I'm going to save up. Oh, no, this is a small settlement too. It's just 4 small settlements? I kind of hoped that even though this area had very few slots, that it was going to allow us to upgrade the main settlement building to 5 on account of that's what major settlements have always been in the past. But the past is, you know, the past is the past. This is where we're at now. It's terrible. Hey, move you already this turn? Okay, you're done. What do I want to do with the lass? Not really sure, but I'm sure it'll be this way. We were given a close victory for that battle. Ridiculous. Ally begins outpost construction. Oh, cool. So because it's a province capital, they can build outposts in it, even though it's not a major. That's good to know. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous about this gold tooth situation. I can't believe it just didn't let me. It was just like, nah, you don't get to do the thing. They are okay. So you're probably just going to go reclaim the thing we took over there, which is fine. I don't care about that. Having taken their port away is also, you know, it's going to be affecting their income and stuff. They do have Erengrad still, but we might be able to get that from them as well. And are the ogres really, are they really sailing up here to attack me at this moment? Hey, there's clearly a lot of armies over there in the Forge of Souls. If we end up losing the game because we weren't allowed to go and play defense on the final objective due to what seems to be a bug, we will reload the save from the beginning of today and try to make it to one of the other portals, I guess. See if we can be allowed to enter from some other direction. Because, like, that's very silly, right? Okay. So our Plague-Ridden got wounded. And they're gonna, that Coronate faction is contributing troops to the garrison once their thing finishes, right? So that's pretty cool.
Depravity reigns.
Melchior step outside.
Slither, then slash.
Okay, Falco's units are showing replenishment now. do I want to get out of here? Like, maybe we should run away and just not try to stop Scrag the Slaughterer from taking Castle Alexandrinov? Because, like,
Delights.
now that we know it's not a major settlement, and as such we will not be able to build good buildings in it, I don't care about it so much anymore.
Boyars bow.
Erengrad goes to 5. Maybe we just push south to Erengrad, which doesn't even have a good garrison, and abandon this, and just not put forth the resources to fight Scrag. Because I don't want to fight ogres. That seems like a terrible use of our time. You know what? This is maybe a tiny bit shorter than these episodes usually are, but I think the way I'm going to resolve this is I'm going to take a day to think about it. That is going to be it for us for today, and thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, through very little fault of my own, I may lose the game, but if we do not, I think we're going to start really deconstructing the Ice Court's economic base here in a very serious way, and I'm excited about that. I will see you then.